Helen.
19 years in the dark, and the first thing she did when she felt safe was try to hug someone. She didn't know how to hug, so she just used her whole body. And the first time Helen walked up to us like that, it honestly caught us off guard because she didn't hesitate. She just leaned in, pressing her head against us, rubbing slowly, like she was trying to get as close as possible. And in that moment, you could feel it. That was her way of saying she finally felt safe. Helen is 19 years old, and she was born blind. And for her entire life, she lived on a dairy farm, not out in open fields like you'd imagine, but inside a stall, without other cows, without space, without ever really knowing what the world felt like beyond those walls. And even though the farmer cared about her in his own way and couldn't bring himself to send her to slaughter when she stopped producing milk, her world still stayed small for a very long time, until somehow she found her way to us. When Helen first arrived, she didn't move much. She just stood there, listening, taking in every little sound, every shift in the air, because for her, that was how she understood the world. And it wasn't fear in the usual sense, it was more like uncertainty, like she didn't quite know yet if this place was real or if it would disappear like everything else she had never had. So we slowed everything down. We spoke gently every time we came near her. We gave her a small space of her own, a place she could return to over and over until it started to feel familiar. And then we added small things, nothing big, just little details that would make her life easier. Like a water fountain so she could hear where to drink, wind chimes around the pasture so she could follow the sound back home, and a brush she could lean against whenever she needed comfort. And somehow, all those little things started to build something bigger: trust. And then one day, without warning,
Helen,
something shifted. My partner was out in the pasture doing chores like any normal day, and Helen slowly walked up to him, paused for just a second, and then leaned in completely, not carefully, not halfway, but fully, pressing her entire body against him, rubbing her head and neck like she couldn't get close enough. And that was the moment we realized she wasn't just adjusting anymore, she was choosing us. She was choosing connection. And from that point on, everything about her began to change. She started moving more, exploring more, deciding where she wanted to stand and who she wanted to be near. And what she wanted most, more than anything, was to be close. Helen is unbelievably gentle, the kind of gentle that you don't really expect until you experience it. She licks everyone, other cows, people, anyone within reach. And if you stand near her long enough, she will find you. Not in a demanding way, but in a quiet, steady way that feels real, like she's simply sharing what she has.
All right, give me my kiss.
And now, instead of standing still in a small space, she spends her days out in the pasture, grazing, resting, just existing in a way she never got to before. But what she seems to love the most isn't even the space, it's the sound. She loves standing under the wind chimes, just listening to them move with the wind, holding still like she's taking it all in. And when we play music, she notices that too, especially her favorite song, the Hawaiian version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And every time it plays, there's this quiet calm about her, like she's exactly where she's meant to be.
Helen.
And I think that's the part that stays with me the most. Because after 19 years of living without freedom, without connection, without ever really being seen, she still chose to love, she still chose to trust, without hesitation, without holding anything back. And it makes you wonder how something that has every reason to close off can stay so open, so soft, so willing to connect.
Hi, Helen. Hi. How are you today?
And maybe that's what healing actually looks like. Not loud, not dramatic, but slow, quiet, built in small moments of kindness that don't disappear. And if Helen's story made you feel something, I'd really want to know what part stayed with you. And if you want to keep following her journey, just stay a little longer, because there are more stories like this, the quiet kind, the real kind, the ones that remind you what love actually looks like.
All right, give me my kiss.